Hello dear students. Today our topic is about another short story that is out of business. This short story has been written by R.K. Narayan, who is one of the renowned writer of India. This short story is about the theme that one should face hardships in life with patience and courage and find a solution to them. One should not become depressed on seeing the hardships. This is routine of life. There are ups and downs in the life. Hardships come and go. Sometimes in life there are hardships. Sometimes in life there is prosperity. They come to and fro. But whenever hardships will come, one should be cool and one should find a solution to them. One should not think about hardships, what will happen to me. This will not turn down his hardships. It is not a wise act to think about hardships, but it is wise to find a solution to them. Because solution and finding ways will overcome the hardships. This short story, Out of Business, written by R.K. Narayan, is about a person, namely Ramarao, who was working in a gramophone company and had kept some inherited money there. Inherited money is a money which somebody gets from someone after his death. इसको कहते हैं कि वरासत में जो रकम मिलती है उसको बोलते हैं inherited money. Ramarao was working in the same gramophone company. But suddenly what happened? The company collapsed due to financier's death. This was the only source of income to Ramarao. He was running his family on this income. Ramarao could not believe the collapse. This came as a sudden news for him, a sudden shock for him. His life turned down because his only source of income, that he was working in this gramophone company, was turned down. He had no money left with him, because what money was left to him, he spent on the daily commodities. But how for long he would live on that money? The money went away, the money moved away. उसके पास जो पैसा बचा कुचा मौजूद था वो खत्म हो गया. So the only choice left to Ramarao was he approached bank to get the inherited money back, which he had kept in the bank long time ago. But all his struggle was in vain. He could not get the money back from the bank because there was no in the bank to offer him money. Ramarao could not get the money from the bank. So his life turned down. To run his miserable life, he approached various companies to get the employment, but all proved to be futile. Every company gave him a negative answer that there is no vacancy left to them. Ramarao became very depressed, distressed. What could he do? The only source of income his family was getting was the small rent they were getting for their house in the extension. This was the only source of income left to Rama Rao. But he and his family, they were trembling with fear about the thought that if the tenants would come to them and leave the house, what would happen to them? The small rent is only a source of income to them. वो सोच रहे थे और इसी सोच में वो परेशान हो रहे थे, हमारे पास सिर्फ एक आमदनी है, वो है कि जो हमने घर किराए पर दिया है उससे हमें थोड़ा बहुत किराया मिलता है. अगर उन्होंने भी घर छोड़ दिया, हमारा रेंट बंद हो जाएगा तो हमें क्या करेंगे. और इसी ख्याल में वो बहुत परेशान हो रहे थे. So what Rama Rao did, Rama Rao tried other ways to run his home. What he did, he thought of solving a puzzle which he had gone through in a journal, means a newspaper. He read about the puzzle that if someone would solve the puzzle, a prize of 4,000 rupees would be given to him. Rama Rao tried his best to get the right answer. He sent his answer through a registered post, but when the results were declared, it came as a great shock for Rama Rao, as he could not find his name in the winners list. So all his expectations were turned down. So in an alternating state of hope and despair, he tried for another puzzle, now for a handsome prize of 8,000 rupees. उसने दोबारा कोशिश की, एक और पजल उसने खेली, अब उसको इस पर इनाम 8,000 रुपये मिलने वाले थे. This time he was hoping best. On the fateful day of results, everything came bolt from the blue for the Rama Rao. Bolt from blue is a phrase which means a sudden unexpected event. Rama Rao was expecting that my answer is right, I will get 8,000 rupees, I will run my life very smoothly. During daytime he was counting stars, he was building castles in the air. He was utterly shocked. The life seemed frustrating to him because it is obvious when someone does not get what he wants, what he expects, life seems frustrating to him. Same was the case with Rama Rao. Already he was in a state of despair, in a state of broken heart. This news enhanced his sorrow and despair. He could hardly come out of it. Even suicidal thoughts came in his mind. In this state of broken heart, the tenant means a person who pays rent to the owner of a house, they came to Rama Rao's wife and offered them to buy their house. This was a good news for his wife and for the Rama Rao. When he gave this news to Rama Rao, he could not expect this. He replied jubilantly to his wife that it is a great and good news for us. This news came as a great relief for Rama Rao. He could now start his own business and will be able to run his family smoothly. So this was all about this short story, Out of Business. We learn from this short story that one should be cool in his life and should fight out the crisis. One should find a solution to the problems. One should not become broken-hearted. One should be enough courageous and enthusiastic to find out the crisis of life and should find a solution to them. There are some difficult words we have come across through the short story. First is eloped. Eloped means to run off with a lover. किसी की बीवी किसी अपने लवर के साथ भाग जाएगी, इसको हम बोलते हैं eloped. Romped means to play in a happy and noisy way. This romped is a word which is mostly used for children. Because children sometimes play in a happy and noisy way, this means romped. For example, I will use it in a sentence. The children were romping in the room. Shuddered. Shuddered means trembling with fear. Trembling with fear. Grumble means to complain in a bad way. किसी के बारे में बुरे तरीके से शिकायत करना, इसको बोले हम grumble. Quailed means to feel fear. To feel खौफ महसूस करना, इसको बोलते हैं quailed. Brooded means to worry. परेशान होना, किसी चीज़ के बारे में परेशान होना, इसको बोलते हैं हम brooded. Jubilantly means expressing great happiness. For example, I will use it in a sentence. When Ramarao heard that the tenants would buy his house, he replied jubilantly, means he expressed great happiness on listening to this news. Swore means to make serious promise. किसी को वादा करना, इसको बोलते हैं swore. Atrocious means very bad. For example, he has an atrocious behavior, very bad behavior. Lucrative means very profitable. ऐसी बिजनेस जिसमें बहुत सारा नफा मिल जाए. This was all about a short story out of business written by R.K. Narayan. Hope dear students you have understood this lesson. From tomorrow we will continue other topics from this subject. Thank us. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum.